Yo, if you look my name up, I should be live now. Send another one instead of error. So, how long you had that bitch for, Nari? Damn, bro. Oh yeah, you turn. He ain't playing. Yeah, I'm joining.
Well, before you look ahead to your busy week, sit down, relax, pull up a chair as we bring you another NBA broadcast. And thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us. Kevin Harlan here alongside Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. And, of course, Kyrie Irving. And it's our first glimpse of him looking good in his new Timberwolves jersey.
Well, we're about to see what the buzz around the league is all about here. Is it going to be just hype or will it be reality? We will find out here soon enough, along with the fans in this arena and the people watching at home.
Now the Timberwolves with it. Outside, Olajuwon. His three-pointers off the mark. And Anthony's got the ball here for the Lakers. And Greg, when you're dealing with this Timberwolves team fairly deep, with size up front,
that can wear you down over the course of a game, and especially in a playoff series, a real strength of this team.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Irving, man, he just has incredible gifts.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, 2 turnovers already in just the first few minutes. Clearly a bit careless. They need him to refocus.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Bird outside. KD a screen. Rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Los Angeles now. Here's Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Well, the incredible explosiveness. No fear from Jason Tatum. Woo-hoo, lights out.
Here's Irving. And then Irving slams it in.
He's put on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Outside Tatum. There's the drive. Anunoby outside. Pass to Anthony. Abdul-Jabbar the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Anthony's shot is off. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Screen by Bird. Over in the corner, Olajuwon. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Now here's Anthony. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Lays it up off the glass.
You love how calm Melo is in that pick-and-roll situation. Never seems to allow you to speed him up in any play situation.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
The 3 from Tatum. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Tatum's got 5 now.
But how about the answer from Jason Tatum? Say it with your chest, Jason.
And there's a whistle. And that's going to go on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's his first foul. And the Lakers making a change here. Stolen by Tatum. Over Bird. Tatum no good. So it's Minnesota now. Second round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
And that's just too easy. The size, strength, length, no way to stop Chamberlain once he gets the ball in that close.
Just one more example of his offensive arsenal. So tough to stop.
And here is Anthony after the three-pointer from KD. Bird looking it over. Outside Durant. Timberwolves keep it alive. Nobody near Irving. Off target from three-point range. Los Angeles trails by 3. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. I asked Coach about Jalen Brunson's game and what stood out the most to him. He replied, I'd say his toughness as well as his leadership. His teammates rally behind him, and that's why we've got to bring that same kind of intensity to guarding him tonight. Containing Brunson won't be easy, but let's see if they're up for it. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that.
Such a graceful player. Hakeem is light off the ground there for that rebound, and then the skill to send that one home.
Now, here is Chamberlain. Basket good. Chamberlain got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, you cannot put it in a much better spot than that. Wow.
Outside Hardaway. In the corner, Irving with it. 4 on the shot clock. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Now, here's Wade. Down low. Chamberlain, no good. Inside. Here's Irving. And Dr. J slams it in.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Pass to Chamberlain. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Boy, these are the shots you have to make. If you don't capitalize, you are letting the defense off the hook.
6 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Johnson. And so it's Minnesota bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points come. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Minnesota.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
So with that in mind, do you think players are carrying the ball too much now?
Kev, this is such a hot topic. Carrying the basketball is when the ball ends up directly on the palm. The closest we get to that is what we call the hang dribble for players. They're trying to extend the possession so that they can read the defense. To me, that's the only point of concern.
And this is where Mullen is most dangerous. A consistent three-point shooter with textbook form.
Mobley. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Yep, that one goes.
I'll tell you, still such a force on these drives. Dwayne Wade, give him a lane, and he'll take advantage.
Gasol on the high post. Outside, KD. Clock at 6. Durant raising up.
Yeah, Kevin Durant making hay on the interior. Look out around the rim.
To the middle. Here's Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, just catching your teammate in stride right there. That makes the game easy.
Gasol a screen. It's tipped and stolen by Tatum. Takes a 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Irving. And again, Minnesota will turn it over.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. Just misread that pass completely.
Los Angeles trails by 4. Wade, right side.
Timberwolves foul. First team foul. Substitution recorded.
And here is Los Angeles now to the paint. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Kevin Durant.
Oh, get out of his way.
No way the D was going to slow him down. It's a close game here in Minnesota. Here's Robertson. Mobley trying to free himself up.
And beyond the obvious physical skills, Kareem just has a great understanding for the game. Times his move perfectly to get that shot. Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Pass to English. Mobley with the block.
Boy, the reach. Mobley so tough defensively.
Here's Wade. 5 to shoot. Here's Chamberlain. Gasol with the rebound.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Here's KD. Rebounded by Wilt Chamberlain.
Well, that's surprising. This guy is a good mid-range shooter. Just can't get it to go.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Lakers have made their only other free throw attempt today on an earlier trip to the line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Boy, when you watch this guy shoot free throws, you can see very repeatable motion, and that is what leads to this kind of consistency.
Robertson. Tries again. A rebound by Johnson. Wade penetrating, and then Wade slams it in.
I mean, what an athlete this guy is. Wade cuts to the rim with such effortless grace.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Yeah, really strong offensive thrust there, but then how about the defense able to negate that attack?
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
That will sting a little bit, failing to get the lead when the opportunity was there, but he does tie it up.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Left side, KD. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
I'll tell you, you give him a head of steam, this guy can drop the hammer. Dwayne Wade doing work.
To the inside. Olajuwon's shot is good. Olajuwon's got his second basket of the night.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish. Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Mobley outside. Kicks it out to Robertson. And stolen by English. And now the fast break. English with the ball. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Lakers.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
Los Angeles making a switch here. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Durant wide open, he fires. And the three ball is good. Durant's got 5 points now this quarter.
This is one of the best to ever do it. Simply stated, Durant is lethal from behind the arc, and the efficiency is incredible.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Oh, he has just struggled here offensively in the quarter.
Here's Richardson. Olajuwon grabs the miss. And so it's Mobley now who brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Pass to Robertson from downtown. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Well, that's 2 bombs in a... Oh! How about the body control and just the sheer athletic prowess of Chamberlain on that one?
Now, here's Mobley. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Timberwolves shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Both teams will make substitutions.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Anunoby gets it to go from beyond the arc. Anunoby's got 6.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And stolen by Richardson. On the wing, Anunoby. No good on the 3. And here's Bird for 3. And that one released in time, but no good. And that concludes the first half. Lakers on top, up by 6. From Target Center, back in a moment. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And the Timberwolves with possession here. They trail by 6. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thank you. OG Anunoby is so disruptive. He's led the league in steals. And he said, I want to be the defensive player of the year. I've always thought I was the best defender in the league. I'm athletic enough, strong enough, and smart enough to defend every single position. Kevin?
Very confident.
Oh, what a dunk! Out below!
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Back to Hardaway. Outside Irving. Pocket 4. And Dr. J slams it in.
And I'll tell you what, few forwards have ever had that lightning first step of Dr. J. He just takes away the angles of the defense.
Thompson with the bucket.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Lakers leading by 8. Richardson outside. Inside. Irving with the steal. Outside Hardaway. Down low. And finished off by Gasol.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much elevation for Gasol to throw one down, of course, unless somebody's standing right in his way. That dunk is going to be easy money for him.
And the foul on Paul Pierce. That is his first foul of the game.
32. Johnson.
Hook shot. Oh, the advantage of size out of the backcourt. Magic Johnson.
Oh, he's hot coming out of the break. 3 up, 3 down.
Here's Hardaway. Drives to the hoop. Count it. Hardaway's got 5 now.
And just fluid off the dribble. Great length to finish, and Hardaway attacking now with purpose.
And it's Pierce in the corner. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. Anthony in the corner. The putback. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
I mean, you're talking about one of the most decorated superstars in the history of college basketball, but maybe the most impressive feat. He won 3 national championships, and Kareem has a way of affecting winning.
And both free throws good for Abdul-Jabbar. Timberwolves trailed by 8. Now here's Hardaway. Oh, and Olajuwon throws it down.
I mean, I hope you can appreciate the torque that kind of move generates. He just has that natural explosiveness. The dream is something to behold.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Olajuwon. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Screen by McDaniel. And that one, good. Tatum's got the lead up to 8 now for Los Angeles. So it's Minnesota now. From about 16, and Hardaway gets it to go. Hardaway's got 7.
And it's that in-between area, the mid-range. It's where Hardaway is probably most comfortable with his shot.
Pass to Mullen. Now Tatum. He's got 7. No good there with the step-back J. To the paint. Here's Durant. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. And now it's just a 4-point Los Angeles lead. Tatum a screen. There goes Magic. And then Johnson with the jam.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Hey, guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatic.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Here's Hardaway. Here he goes. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
You got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that note.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Pass to Tatum. Johnson outside. Over Hardaway. Good D by Hardaway. Timberwolves trail by 6. Outside, KD. Back to Hardaway. Picked by Olajuwon. Here's Irving. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. Left side, Tatum. Lakers working the ball around now. Back to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. So both teams making some changes here. And he drives in. 6 to shoot. Here's Anthony. Kept alive.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Here's Robertson. And yep, finally dropped after rolling around the rim. Robertson's got 6 points.
What you love about Robertson is that he knows his strength on offense and plays to them with confidence.
That's a breakdown defensively right there, folks. He just could not make them pay.
Magic Johnson, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Los Angeles. He notched 8.
Los Angeles, 59.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Lakers leading by 4. Here's Wade. Outside Anthony. This one for 3. Mobley with the rebound.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really.
This is just what Bird does. He makes shooting from range look easy.
Anthony with the bucket.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Pass to Chamberlain. Right side Kidd. Back to Chamberlain. Rebound Minnesota. Robertson outside. Over Wade. It's stolen by Adebayo. Oh, tough finish from Wade. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Lakers.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And let's give them credit to the shot blocking on display. They set the tone early and have kept the pressure on defensively.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Bird outside. Gasol screen. The 19-foot shot. Chamberlain with the rebound. Lakers leading by 7. Here's Wade. Excellent D there from Pierce. And Mobley throws it down.
The ease with which the game comes to Evan Mobley. My goodness, it's fun watching this guy play above the rim.
Here's Kidd. Bird with some nice D.
Nothing more important than protecting the rim, folks, and that's exactly what they get.
On the wing, Bird. Chamberlain with the rebound. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone contributing.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Bird outside. Back to Mobley. Chamberlain with the block.
And the quickness off the floor, the insane reach. Well, one of the greatest shot blockers you'll ever see.
Back to Adebayo. 6 on the shot clock. Wade outside. Shoots over Pierce. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Says something for us from the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. There was a sense of urgency. Coach said, quote, "We are right there, guys. Just stay together and trust one another. Let's take this one. Guys, let's see how that message resonates with the team."
All right, Allie, thank you for that. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And that's a huge shot right there. Hardaway knows his team looks for him to come up in the clutch.
Here's Johnson. Olajuwon with the block. Abdul-Jabbar. No good. Could not tie it up. Wade outside. What? Keeping his focus.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
What a finesse finish on the way-in.
How about the killer cool of Olajuwon? Loves to put the team on his back when the game gets tight.
Abdul-Jabbar outside. Wade surveying the D.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Outside Durant. Outside Hardaway. Picked by Olajuwon. Irving outside. A 15-footer. Rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar. Lakers leading by 5. .129 left in the fourth. Not that time. It won't go.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And they call an illegal screen.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Hardaway with it. Kevin Durant. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Now Wade. and he cannot get the layup. Outside Roy.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together, everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Irving looking for an opening to take the lead. Releases. No luck that time on a shot that would have put him on top. Ooh, it hurts. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon. That's his third foul of the game.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. And they go to the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one.